Still thinking it's a buyer's market in South Florida? Stop scrolling. It sounds a little wild, but after demand fell to multi-year lows, we're now seeing early signs that the buyer's market might be fading right here in Broward County and also across Florida. So in this video, I will walk you through the surprising leading indicators that suggest that demand is waking up again and why the fourth quarter could be busier than many expect. Amazing news, isn't it? All right, so it's time for that Florida and Weston housing market report. First of all, I want to tell you what is a leading indicator and why we should care, right? So the leading indicator give us like an early clue about the future home sales. I'm going to give you an example. Mortgage applications, right? Most buyers using financing apply before they start making offers or even looking at homes. More applications are coming, and that often shows up later, as more and more pending sales, closing, people getting into contracts. Right now, mortgage applications have spiked. The Mortgage Bankers Associations reported like 30% week-over-week jump, and in mid-September, right? That's huge. Even accounting for the holiday adjustments, if the momentum persists just like this, we should see a lot of more offers accepted, more people under contract, just heading into this quarter 4 of the year, right? So let's talk about the mortgage rates. Aren't they still high? You might be asking. Just don't follow the Fed. They track the 10-year treasury. After the Fed cut in September, the 10-year popped up, so rates bumped up too, right? So expect some ups and downs like we have seen lately, but the statewide regional vibe is that inventory across Florida has rising from the ultra-tight pandemic lows. Days on the market are way higher versus last year, and national trackers show that pending sales are cooler year over year. But those mortgage application spikes are the kind of early signs that this can reverse the local trend if rates stabilize. Broward County, active listings in Broward were roughly 16,000 to 17,000 in August 2025. All kind of properties, notably higher than a year ago, meaning more choice for buyers and more competition for sellers. More inventory plus the potential rate relief is exactly the recipe that can pull sidelined buyers back in. So that's very important to consider. Weston, it's on micro market. It's a master plan community living, gated communities, like Savannah, Weston Hills, Alsa Weston, quick access to 75, then is the Everglades. Here's what the latest trackers show, especially for Weston. So the medium sales price around $800,000 in August 2025, 2% up year over year. Time to sell now is roughly 70 days on average recently. It's lower than last year, but consistent with the broader, longer time in the market theme overall, right? So the volume, sales are holding near last year's pace with slightly more inventory than buyers were used to in 2022 and 2023, of course, because that was crazy, that was odd, that was not a normal market. Other indexes vary a bit. Zillow reads the trend slightly different, and Realtor.com listing medias can be different from the sales prices, right? But the direction is the same. More selection, longer marketing times, and prices mostly stable. It's slightly up depending on the segment and the condition of the property. That is crucial now. We are seeing the same early signs, in Broward and Weston. So here's the chain, all right. Number one, mortgage applications jumped. Number two, a few weeks later, more offers get written, which is pending. And number three, closed sales come later. So that's the chain of things that are happening right now. We already see the application spike. If that continues, watch for pendings in Broward and Weston to edge higher into late September, October, and that could make the Q4 busier than expected. Even days on the market stays elevated, especially for homes that are priced correctly, homes that are updated, and homes that show really, really well. What's happening with prices? So Florida statewide is a mix, right? National data shows flat prices and longer days on the market. Florida shows a similar pattern with differences by maybe city or price range, but the starter homes are still in high demand and luxury homes are a little more selective. Now in Broward and Weston, with inventory higher than the pandemic lows, over asking bidding wars are really rare right now, but for houses that are well priced, that are updated, that are in popular communities, those are still attract a lot of buyers. The recent Weston REITs show year-over-year price gains on closed sales. What least prices can look a little softer. So what it means is that pricing strategy matters. You have to think of that. What this means if you are buying right now. So the window of opportunity, if rates continue to cool off as winter approaches, today's extra inventory might not last. Have your pre-approval ready so you act if a good one pops up. Watch the market. Another one is focused on total payment. Those just don't chase the price cuts, Model payments with, rate scenarios, with taxes, with insurance, that is important to keep in mind. Now, target condition and HOA fit. In Weston's communities, condition and amenities drive demand. So make a list of the HOA lifestyle, the fees, the reserves, all that is very important if you are buying. What this means if you're selling. So price to the market you have, not last year's. With days on the market longer, a strategy beats hope. Don't forget that. Marketing strategy is your important thing to do. Win on presentation, minor updates, paint, landscaping, go pro on media, on marketing, all that. Compress the days on the market, which results on a fast sale. Leverage timing. If pending sales rise in Q4, try listing when rates dip. There are a few homes competing to yours, so it will get you the eyeball of the buyers. So my final take is leading indicators says buyer demand in Florida is starting to stir. If rates cooperate even a little, Weston and Broward could see a busier than usual Q4. I'll keep tracking applications, pendings, inventory, and days on the market, so you don't have to do that. That's my job and I love it. So if you're thinking about moving to Weston or relocating to South Florida, I am happy to help you game plan, neighborhood feed, financial options, and timing. So the whole package, we can work on that. Watch this next video for a neighborhood by neighborhood tour. You might like it. There is also a nice video of a property tour if you want to get familiar with how houses or homes around Weston and Broward County look like. And thank you so much for being here with me. I will see you next week.